Hey guys, welcome to Super Nerd Pals Podcast Episode 4. I'm your host Andy, and this is my co-host Stan.
Hey guys, what's up?
So how was your week, Stan?
It was alright. Pretty busy, actually. School started again, so I'm finding myself having a lot less time to just sit in my house and watch episodes of Flash and play video games.
Oh, that's all I do.
Yeah. It's alright, though. How about your week?
My week was alright, besides the snowstorm. Well, I'm gonna quote-unquote snowstorm.
I mean, it was a snowstorm. It happened.
We got less than a foot.
Okay. Everything shut down, but...
It was overhyped.
Here in New York, it was hyped pretty much like the end of the world. Like the end times were coming. So that's what we were dealing with. But you, sir, are like... What's the word I'm looking for?
A trooper?
Trooper. A soldier marching...
Hardcore fan.
Marching through those snows. Why did you leave your house when the blizzard was bearing down on us?
I left my house because Nintendo had announced that they got... What's the word I'm looking for? Exclusive amiibos.
Yeah, so Nintendo World in Manhattan stocked up on... Which amiibos?
Rosalina, Shulk, and Lucario.
So you ran out. I remember you calling me. He's like, bro, we gotta go. We gotta pick up these amiibo. And I'm like, haha, no. Good luck.
But then you left your house the day after.
I actually left my house an hour after you called.
Asshole.
It's not my fault. I wanted to go spend the snow day with my girlfriend. And so
alright. I'll give you that.
So I went to go spend the day with her. The next day, though... my LCS, the local comic shop you and I go to, was having a snow day sale. So, being that the snow didn't actually accumulate that much, I decided to go and take advantage of the snow day sale. I picked up All You Need Is Kill from the Death Note creator Takeshi Obata, which is the adaptation of a novel by Hiroshi Sakurazaka.
You butchered that last name.
Listen, I do my best here. Anyway... It's basically like Groundhog's Day, but with a lot of killing.
Yeah, I've never actually picked that up.
Have you heard anything about it?
I've heard a lot of great things about it.
Earth is having like a war with this alien race, and they're attacking Earth. And one of the soldiers finds out that he's repeating the same day over. So he'll die, and then he'll wake up the next morning. Kind of like Groundhog's Day.
Didn't it get a live-action movie adaptation?
Yeah, Tom Cruise started.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought Live, Die, Repeat.
Live, Die, Repeat. See, I had no interest in that movie.
Or Edge of Tomorrow, whichever name you want.
I think Live, Die, Repeat was the
It's under both names.
Is it?
Yeah.
It might be a tagline.
It's weird. They, It came out in the movie theaters as Edge of Tomorrow, but for some reason, the DVD came out as Live, Die, Repeat.
That's strange.
Yeah. I had found that really weird myself.
See, I had no idea about the manga before I saw the trailers for the Tom Cruise movie. And I saw it, and I was like, what is this, like, nonsense? It seemed like it was a movie about video game respawns. Like, you die in, like, a first-person shooter, then you have to wait to respawn. And, like, this guy's respawning over and over again. What a stupid concept.
Call of Duty, the movie.
Yeah, Call of Duty, the movie. Multiplayer. but I saw it was, like, a manga for it. And I didn't know that. And I read the first chapter, and so far, it's, like, awesome. It's really violent. And has a really interesting plot. I mean, it's kind of been done before by Bill Murray, but you know, like.
Well, you see, when I saw the movie, I knew that it was based off a manga, but I didn't know the name of the manga that it was based off of. And then I've heard All You Need Is Kill. I just didn't know what it was about. I just heard a lot of great things about it.
I remember they had a panel for it at Comic-Con, but we couldn't get into it essentially. But that was the first I heard of it, and then I didn't know about it until I started reading. And then, finally, I picked up the connection to the Tom Cruise movie. Now I want to go see the Tom Cruise movie, but not until I finish reading the manga.
Spoilers!
It's a single volume, but it's like a pretty hefty tome. It's like...
Really?
Huge, yeah. It's huge. Big manga. You can't...
How much was it?
You can't see my fingers, but they're quite a space apart. So I got it for like $12. It's normally 15.
Oh, okay, because like a normal manga volume is like $12 anyway.
Yeah, but this one was
So
huge.
yeah.
It was like
Well, yeah, depending on the price, depends on like how big the volume is. So
I saw it and I was like,
That's
you know
just
what?
why-
I'll fuck with this.
that's interesting.
I'll let you know what
and I know
think
that the
of it.
main character's a girl and not Tom Cruise.
Well, the main character is a guy, but
Oh, really?
there's two main characters, and the other one's a woman.
Does it look like Tom Cruise?
No, not at
Oh.
all. He actually looks much younger than Tom Cruise, so
So like Bruce Wayne?
a little bit younger than that. But I'll keep reading it, and I'll give you my full impressions once I'm done.
Oh yeah, definitely do. And I'll
let
probably
you,
read it
yeah,
after.
I'll let you read it. All right, so we wrapped that up. How about you want to go into some TV talk?
Yeah.
Some TV film talk?
We're going to start this off. The Fantastic Four trailer came out this week.
What did you think about that?
It looks promising. I
To
mean,
you?
I thought the dude that's playing that, I thought that I had depicted which characters are going to play which.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one character, I don't remember off the top of my head who it is. It's the person playing Mr. Fantastic. I just remember saying, like, this dude would be great as Doom. And I swore that was going to be Doom. And then I looked it up and it was Mr. Fantastic. I was kind of disappointed in that. But it looks more promising than the original Sony one.
Didn't Fox do Fantastic Four?
Or, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Whatever, same shit.
Fox has Fantastic Four and X-Men. I never had a lot of interest in Fantastic.
Did you see the original Fantastic Four movie?
I saw the first one.
Yeah, it sucked ass.
I mean, it wasn't that bad.
No, it was fucking horrible.
Come on.
Alright, did you see the second one?
No.
Yeah, don't.
I won't.
Galactus is a cloud.
But listen, I've never had much of an interest.
Why is Galactus a cloud?
Why is it?
I don't know. I wanted big ass Galactus to just come through. They made Silver Surfer look like a...
Why?
Just because, like, he loses his surfboard and then he's just like, oh, my powers are gone. I mean, which is kind of accurate, but...
He doesn't really need a surfboard.
I know, but... well, he's more badass with it, and I feel like he can do more.
Silver Surfer is a great character, and I don't think you read the Silver Surfer comic that Dan Slott's doing right now.
I think I have the first issue.
I read the first few issues. I kind of stopped following it, but I really did enjoy what was there. And Silver Surfer's always been like a kind of a cool character.
I've always loved Silver Surfer, like, even before I got into comic books, because he just looked cool as shit. But, I don't know, and then they did this weird thing where, like, without his surfboard, he kind of doesn't have powers. And then, instead of being silver, he turns this grayish color.
I think he's not dependent on his surfboard.
In the movie, he is.
Yeah, but let's not talk about the movie.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. The movie is shit. This is why I brought
You're
it.
getting really heated about the Fantastic
I
Four
hate
movies.
the Fantastic Four movies.
I've never really been a big fan of Fantastic Four, period. I love Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is like one of my favorite villains.
Well, I know that.
Favorite comic book characters, period, actually.
And that was another thing. I fucking hated Doom in the movies. He was not, I don't know, not godly how he is now.
Doctor Doom is awesome.
He's a fucking pro.
There's this graphic novel that I picked up a few weeks ago called Triumph and Torment, I believe, and it's a book about Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange, and they kind of team up to go to hell and rescue Doctor Doom's mom. It's
interesting.
It's like one of the best Doctor Doom stories out there. You should definitely read it. In fact, I think I'm just gonna let you borrow it. You can read it.
Yeah, I definitely want to read that. So, like, what happened to his mom? What happened to her?
Well, Doctor Doom's mom died when he was young, and so every year around the same time, he tries to revive her, and he can never do it. Like, he tries to save her soul from hell, and he can never do it.
So he kind of does, like, try to do the forbidden in Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, he tries to summon her spirit to the living world, but he finally gets the help of Doctor Strange, and with Doctor Strange's help, they finally manage to get into hell. And it's a really cool story.
Wait, his mom's in hell?
His mom's in hell, yeah. It's a crazy story. You get to see Doctor Strange become Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh, that's fucking
So it's
awesome.
basically a little bit of Doctor Doom's origin mixed with Doctor Strange's origin, and they both go to hell. And the art is by the guy who does Hellboy.
Oh, man.
So it's a really
I love
great,
Hellboy's art.
It's a great book.
Yeah,
Definitely highly recommend.
Hellboy's art is definitely, like, amazing.
Going back to Fantastic Four, though, I've never really liked the actual Fantastic Four.
Well, alright, here's the thing. I never liked the Fantastic Four either. And I kind of like that they got Michael B. Jordan to play the Human Torch. A lot of people are upset about it, but...
Which they shouldn't be.
Get over it.
Because it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
Samuel L. Jackson does a good Nick Fury.
Oh my god, I cannot pick a better Nick Fury. Like, Sam Jackson is the key.
Michael Clark Duncan, I love as Kingpin. That's probably the only part of that movie that I liked for Daredevil.
Mine too, definitely.
And so I don't have any problem with people changing the gender or even the race of the characters, as long as they do it well. That's
as long as they portray the characters like how they are in the comics,
or do it better.
Doing it better is kind of hard.
Yeah,
but some people can. Sam Jackson.
I have no interest in the Fantastic Four movie, the reboot. I just.
I'm definitely going to see it when.
Maybe I'll bite the bullet and like go see it with you, just so we can like talk about it. But I just have no interest. I never had an interest in the Fantastic Four beyond Doctor Doom. So Doom. So, all right. So there's a rumor about an X-Men TV show coming around. What do you think about that?
I'm kind of iffy on it. That I'm iffy on.
The thing that I would want it to be like would be kind of like Wolverine in the X-Men series.
I'm kind of sick of the Wolverine hype.
Well, we wouldn't have Wolverine in it. It would just be...
like the cartoon?
It would be and the X-Men.
Oh, okay.
So it's Wolverine and the X-Men and Spider-Man and the X-Men now is you have the main character... Well, not the main character, but Wolverine / Spider-Man serves as the professor, the teacher of a class of misfit X-Men. And they're not like the famous X-Men. They're not like the A-team. They're like students, and so they're learning how to be X-Men. So you can kind of grab... maybe one of the characters from the movies and have them be a professor for these kids and have the storyline be around the kids.
That doesn't sound really
That's what I would
interesting.
like to see.
That would be nice.
That's what I would watch. But, again, I'm going to keep going back to this. I'm going to get burnt out if they keep making superhero TV shows because they're saturating the market, and I still feel that way.
I mean, that's what's selling right now.
I would give the X-Men show a shot if they did it the right way.
Speaking of saturating the market... Today, a Supergirl plot was kind of announced, and I had just read about it like maybe an hour ago.
Go for it.
Apparently, it's like Supergirl, she escaped Krypton before it exploded, blah, blah, blah. She didn't approve of her powers until she's about 24 in this series, where she's finally like, yeah, I have these superpowers and I'm going to do good with them. And they established that it's going to be by the same writers as Flash and Arrow, which is going to be amazing. And
does she land on Earth as a baby?
Yeah, she does.
See, then that doesn't make any sense because the Supergirl that I know lands on Earth as like a fully grown woman.
Apparently, she like grew up on Earth. This is the backstory they're giving her.
So they're just making her Superman.
Pretty much.
This is literally just like gender swap Smallville.
Except for they're gonna follow like when she starts off her superhero dumb. But they also confirmed that Flash and Arrow are not gonna cross over with this series. Probably because this series will be on CBS and not CW.
Yeah, but when the ratings start falling, you better believe they're gonna cross over.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like a big crossover movie, like a TV movie.
It's gonna be like a fucking, like, not even multiverse crossover. It's gonna be like multi-channel crossover.
Now, I'm a big fan of Supergirl, and if it's good, I'll watch it. But I'm a little hesitant right now because of what I'm hearing from you. I'm not one of those people that like really needs it to be exactly like the way it was in the comics, but at least keep some elements. I don't want her to just be Superman. I want her to be her own character. I want her to be Kara Zor-El. I want her to become a Red Lantern and and fuck shit up.
They're not doing Red Lantern.
Oh, they need to do Red Lantern.
They should do Red Lantern. That would sell so well.
Man, I would love that. It doesn't even have to be season 1. Just
fucking put it.
Just get there.
Just
get
2
there,
episodes
please.
of Red Lantern, Supergirl.
Really quick, because it's February. Happy February.
February.
All right. Apparently, they're gonna announce they.
I love they.
So during a DC All Access video, apparently they announced that there's going to be some news this month regarding the Batman Superman movie and Suicide Squad.
Did you see the Suicide Squad cast?
I saw some of it.
That cast.
A few people dropped out.
Like who?
What's his name?
Jesse Eisenberg?
No.
Oh, he better not fucking
Lex
drop.
Luthor.
Yeah, he better not fucking drop.
I don't think he's gonna be in Suicide Squad, is he?
Apparently he's rumored for it.
Batman's rumored for Suicide Squad.
I saw that too.
That would be kind of cool. Tom Hardy, who played Bane, dropped out of it apparently.
Really?
So he's not going to be in it anymore. But that's as far as I can remember.
I just thought of Will Smith for some reason.
He's Deadshot.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Will Smith popped in my head, and then I thought of Deadshot immediately.
I heard that Harley Quinn was going to be like one of the main characters of Suicide Squad, like one of the prominent characters, which
interesting
is awesome. Honestly, I hope they give Harley Quinn a good central role, and I hope Batman's in it.
I hope they give Harley Quinn like a backstory.
So, Better Call Saul starts next week.
Oh my god,
Are you
the
excited for
hype.
that?
Hell yeah.
I'm so excited for Better Call Saul.
I feel like we should record this 2 days later just because they're airing 2 episodes.
Alright, so this is what we'll do. We will watch the first episode of Better Call Saul, maybe together. And then right afterwards, we'll just go into the studio and we'll record our reactions along with the rest of the episode. And then the next day we'll watch the second episode. And then the following Sunday we'll watch episode 3 and we'll talk about 2 and 3 together.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
So I think that's
Did
solid.
you read like the critical reviews on it?
I heard it was just as good, if not better than Breaking Bad.
Everyone is saying that it's better than Breaking Bad.
And that's a tall order because
So,
Breaking Bad is
yeah.
one of my favorite shows, period.
Yeah, I was talking about that, and Breaking Bad is just amazing, but to say that it's better than Breaking Bad, that's kind of...
It's pretty big shoes to fill,
Yeah.
honestly.
Apparently that the first episode starts off in like this black and white, like soundless motion picture, and it's pretty much Saul working in a Cinnabon after the aftermath of Breaking Bad. And he looks paranoid, he's just like shitting bricks, and apparently after they show a little bit about Saul's life after Breaking Bad, they're gonna like kind of do like a flashback of Saul's life, and that's, I guess, where the show picks up.
So they're just going to fill in his backstory.
Pretty much.
I care more about his backstory than what happens afterwards, honestly.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's understandable because we didn't really see what happens to Saul at the end of Breaking Bad. So now we'll get a little closure with that, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Because I always cared about what happened to Saul. Like, Saul was a pretty main character for nothing to happen with.
I mean, that's why we got
But they
the
definitely
series.
knew that this spin-off was happening, so...
I can't wait to watch that, and we will reconvene next week to discuss our reactions.
Yeah, that's
to
going to be fucking awesome.
That is going to be awesome.
So, next, Chris Pratt got rumored for Indiana Jones. Well, Disney's talking about hiring him as Indy. Recently, Disney had... Well, I don't even think it was recently. It was a while ago. Disney bought, like, Paramount or something.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever studio owned Indiana Jones. And now they want to reboot it with Chris Pratt. What are your thoughts on that?
First of all, his name's Chris Pratt.
Oh,
There's an R
Pratt,
in there.
Pat, whatever. I ignore the R.
I don't care much for reboots. Why? Because you know what? They do it so much, and I feel a lot of it because it feels like a quick cash-in. I think Chris Pratt is really good as Star-Lord. I think he probably would do a good job as Indiana Jones, but do I want to see it? I don't know.
I want to see it.
Indiana Jones on its own is a good series, and just leave it at the third movie. Don't really need to.
You mean the fourth movie?
No, the third movie. There is
the fourth movie.
There is no Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
The fourth movie.
That doesn't exist.
With Shia LaBeouf.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, he would do a good job based on his performance as Star-Lord. Do I want to see it?
He's one of the reasons I started watching Parks and Recreations, and I can't stop watching it. I'm like on season 3.
You want to see everything.
I do.
All right, let's get into this Arrow Flash talk.
Arrow Flash.
What do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about Flash or you want to talk about Arrow?
All right, let's talk about Arrow because you're not too fond of that. So we're gonna zoom through that real quick.
I'm gonna stop pestering you to admit that Flash is better.
Fuck you.
Because we all know that it is.
It's not.
So I'm gonna leave it there, and we can just talk about them.
I do have to say, after the mid-season finale, Arrow's been a little lacking, but I feel it's only just because Oliver's not involved. I feel a lot less attached without Oliver.
I think it's pretty ridiculous that they don't have the Lazarus Pit and Ollie's just getting better.
Well, okay, I was thinking that they're not bringing up the Lazarus Pit, sure, but I was thinking that the girl that saved Ollie's life, because she used these herbs that grow where they're at, but it only grows there. And I think these herbs are grown because of the Lazarus Pit. So I think they're kind of connected to the Lazarus Pit, because we don't know of the Lazarus Pit yet. Oliver doesn't know about the Lazarus Pit.
It's literally the Galactus as a cloud thing. Just have the pit.
They definitely
from the pit.
They'll probably add the pit. They'll probably go more into it, but Oliver doesn't know about the Lazarus Pit yet, and not a lot of people that are associated with the League of Assassins. They're kind of not involved, and if they are, the one that was kind of got killed.
First, I want to tell you this right now. That guy, I don't know who he is. He's the guy saved Ollie and brought him to the woman. I'm bad with names.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
He calls him Raish Al Ghul.
Yeah.
He flat out calls him Raish, so they can't even get it straight on their own show.
They can't. One of them calls him... They call him Raja Ghul. They call him Raish Al Ghul. I guess it depends on where you're from.
Get it together, DC. Give me one actual pronunciation, so I don't have to go back and
DC doesn't
forth.
even know. Don't worry.
The only reason why I'm watching Arrow, honestly, is because I want to see Brandon Ruth become the Atom. I just want it to happen, and I'm taking your word for it, and I hope Arrow picks up. But right now, it's not holding my attention.
I mean, I'm glad that Laurel got some attention as the Black Canary. She kind of got her little freak out once that guy died, that hostage that they had, and quit right away. But then she came back, which I was very excited for. So I'm just interested on Laurel's training after this.
I just want to see Brandon Ruth as the Atom.
Yeah.
I want to see him become the Atom, do some atomy things.
Atomy things?
Some atomy things. Alright, Flash.
Flash time.
Flash. Man. See Harrison Wells?
Man.
You see
Harrison
you saw him?
fucking Wells.
Saw that dude?
Okay, so I have a theory here too.
He's got super speed.
No shit.
He's got super speed.
Okay, so I think that Harrison Wells is the reverse Flash because there are two reverse Flashes. There's one with the super speed, and there's one that his suit is the reason he has super speed. I think Harrison Wells is the one with they kind of confirm that he was the one that his suit has the super speed. Now what I think is that this dude, what's his name? The dude who's dating Iris? Eddie Thawne.
Is the cop number 2.
Yeah, cop number 2, Eddie Thawne. So that's the name of the reverse Flash. That's his identity. So I think, and in this, they kind of showed that Eddie Thawne is going to be kind of watching Harrison Wells, which is interesting. So what I think is during his investigation, so Harrison Wells is kind of losing his power right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's going to try to recreate Flash's accident in his mansion, which is secluded in the woods, like a creep. And I think Eddie is going to go into his house to just spy on him, keep an eye on him, and he's going to fall victim to Harrison recreating this accident.
See, I didn't know that this guy shared the same name as Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So now that I know that, I feel like your theory has some plausibility. My theory was that the Reverse Flash that we see kicking Flash's ass is future Harrison Wells.
Interesting.
Because we already know that Reverse Flash has the ability to time travel.
Yeah.
So my thinking is that Reverse Flash is Harrison Wells from the future. Harrison Wells hasn't yet learned to master the Speed Force that he's stealing from Barry. So the future Reverse Flash is him after he's mastered it. And the reason why he's beating the shit out of Harrison Wells in the present from a couple episodes ago is to make it seem they can't be the same person if they're sharing the same space, and he's beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
It's kind of throwing the scent off of the heroes and this big master plan. Why he's doing this, I still don't know.
Because Reverse Flash is an asshole.
I like Harrison Wells, though.
But do you know anything about the Reverse Flash?
Not really.
Okay, so Reverse Flash His whole thing is, like, he doesn't want to kill the Flash. He just wants to fuck with him. So what he'll do...
So I read... Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I read.
what he'll do is, like, he'll time travel back in time to, like, where Barry was a kid, and, like, Barry's playing baseball, and he'll move the ball slightly down just so that Barry can't hit the home run, or Barry can't hit the ball at all for that reason, or he'll just, like, fucking time travel to where Barry's running, trip him, and just laugh. He's an asshole.
No, see, it's because he wants them to be better.
No, it's because he's an asshole.
Reverse Flash fucks with heroes to make them better.
I don't think that's the reason.
Which is kind of what Harrison Wells does.
He's kind of like
He's
the
trying
Joker.
to make Flash better. So that could be his reasoning.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. And you know what also strikes me as strange? If there was two Reverse Flashes and they're two completely separate people, why would Harrison Wells decide to make the same exact costume as regular Reverse Flash?
Yeah,
I would make a third one. I would make like a purple Flash costume.
that's true.
You want to go into some comment chat?
Comic chat.
Comic chat. Comic chat.
All right, so you're restructuring your pull list.
Yeah, I'm thinking about restructuring my pull list.
What do you think of canceling, taking off?
Well, first of all, you know I was iffy on Red Lanterns,
Well, yeah.
right? And I heard, I don't know how old this news is, but apparently going into Convergence, they're canceling a ton of titles. And
Do you have those titles for us?
I've got a few of them. Secret Origins is ending. Green Lantern Corps. Green Lantern New Guardians is ending. And Aquaman and the others. Not regular Aquaman. Thank God they're keeping that around. Gotta love Aquaman.
Well, I remember you being very pissed that Aquaman was forced to shave his beard.
God, because he's so awesome with a beard. Who doesn't love beards?
I just remember when you read that comic, I would nonstop get pictures of, like, no, you can't tell Aquaman to shave his beard.
Yeah, because he, like, broke up with his wife for a while, and then he just grew out his beard, and they got back together, and he shaved.
I mean, that's...
But such a cool beard. Arkham Manor is ending, which just started.
I've never read Arkham Manor.
I flipped through the first issue. There's a different Batman book that I'm considering picking up. I believe it's Gotham by Midnight.
Oh, I actually saw that. I saw that at our LCS, and I considered picking it up. I was kind of interested, but...
See, Gotham by Midnight is about the detectives in Gotham City going after more, like, occult things. You know, black magic, etc.
Interesting.
Monsters and stuff. So that sounds really cool. So that I might be one of the titles that I'm looking into. But they're canceling Arkham Manor, Swamp Thing, Red Lanterns is done.
There's a lot of Lantern canceling.
They're probably going to spin off a bunch of new number ones, new ongoings during or after Convergence. And so they're, I guess, cleaning house before then. Something that's bothering me is that they're canceling Batwoman also.
Really?
Yeah, and Batwoman's been an ongoing since the beginning of New 52. And she's essentially their only LGBT character that has their own ongoing, and they're canceling it, and I think that's kind of shitty, because why not have an ongoing still?
Have you been following it?
I read a few issues of Batwoman, pretty decent, so kind of sucks that they're canceling it.
Yeah.
For me, anyway. But, yeah, I'm looking at my pull list, and I'm really considering restructuring it, because I'm going to start following Star Wars Darth Vader. Spider-Gwen's coming out soon.
When does Spider-Gwen come out?
Sometime this month. So, in order to make room for all these new titles that I want to start picking up, I'm thinking of dropping some stuff. Probably Batgirl. Batgirl hasn't been impressing me too much lately. I love the art style, but... Justice League I might drop after the Luthor thing.
I think that's a safe call.
It's such a slow burn, though, that I feel like they're never going to get around to that Flash Forward, because they still haven't gotten to that point.
Probably towards, like, the end of the comic series. They're
they're
probably going to just, like, stretch it out.
They're building up to, like, a big storyline with Darkseid, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of been a slow burn, and they delayed it to coincide with the end of Forever Evil, because they didn't want to reveal that Lex Luthor was going to be the head before Forever Evil ended. So that got delayed a while, and that's why it's also taking so long. But I'm considering dropping that. Samurai Jack, you already know my issues with Samurai Jack.
Gets nowhere.
I love Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack is the shit.
Samurai Jack is the shit.
But I want to see him whip Aku's ass already.
Every arc starts with him trying to go back in time, and then every single arc ends with him beating Aku and Aku running away. Now, this last one where he broke his sword ended, where he basically, spoilers if you're following and you're way behind, Samurai Jack broke his sword trying to use it as a catalyst in some magic ritual to send him back in time, right? So he's without a sword, and Aku uses it as an opportunity to attack him, basically. At the end of the arc, he reaches inside of his own soul and pulls out, like, a new sword from his soul.
So, like, Amaramasa?
Something like that. It's basically forged from inside his inner strength or whatever, and he beats him.
As usual.
Yeah, he gets away. I'm like, alright, what's the next issue going to be about? So, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but Jack is looking for a new way to go back in time. And I'm like, fuck this. I'm over it.
Just like that, done?
Just do something. Change it somehow, you know? Give me some progress on the storyline. Until then, I'm like kind of done. I wanted to keep following because I've been following since issue 1. But, man, I don't know.
It's the same shit every arc.
One thing that I probably will be following until it gets canceled is Harley Quinn. Just because it's a $2.99 book. And you know what? There's not too many of those around.
It's getting canceled?
No.
Oh. I was like...
In the indefinite future, because Harley Quinn sells way too well for it to get canceled.
I think they might up the price on Harley Quinn.
God,
I hope that's not the case.
I'm so pissed if they do. Because they did that with Afterlife with Archie.
I know, and didn't you drop it?
Stopped following because they did that. Because they increased the price, I'm just going to wait for the trades.
I'm just saying, guys, upping prices of something that I'm already used to paying, don't do it.
Listen, I understand if you need it for the money, but Afterlife with Archie was selling so well at that price that they only increased the price to make more money off it because they know people would buy it.
Yeah.
So I don't appreciate that. Anyway, speaking of Spider-Gwen, I'm going to pick up all the variants for issue 1, like you did with Amazing.
Oh my god, I went so hard for Amazing
You
Spider-Man
bought all,
issue
like,
1.
20 variants for the first issue of
I
Amazing.
spent so much money on variants for Amazing Spider-Man, it's ridiculous.
And I'm just
No regrets.
No regrets. I picked up one. I'm fine with that. But for Spider-Gwen, I want to pick up a bunch of them.
I'm probably going to pick up like 1 or 2 Spider-Gwen.
I'm so excited for that series because it looks so different from what I'm used to with Spider-Man titles.
Yeah.
You know, I'm already following 2099, but, you know, I just can't wait for Spider-Gwen. I think it's going to be amazing. And the issue of Edge of Spider-Verse that I have, if that's anything to go on.
I do have to say that you have this thing for Gwen Stacy.
Listen, she's a great character.
She is. She's awesome.
OTP with Peter Parker. Mary Jane, I've never liked Mary Jane.
I thought Mary Jane was decent.
I only kind of liked her because I was young and I didn't know what I was doing.
And then you met Gwen Stacy and you were like, yes!
Well, because the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, that's how I know Mary Jane from, more or less. And so I didn't know that he had, like, a prior, flame. And then I started reading the old Spider-Man
comics. I found
comics.
it really weird that they threw Gwen Stacy in, like, the third movie. They just kind of threw her in there.
Yeah, you know what? That third movie was just garbage anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't want to really talk about it too much. It's kind of like Fantastic Four. But I've always been a big fan of Gwen Stacy. And I think she's a great character. And I think Peter knows it too because he's always like pining for Gwen Stacy even though she's dead.
There's also this comic where Peter is like in this kind of like dream state.
It's House of M.
Oh, yeah. It is House of M.
Everyone in House of M gets their own ideal future, and
his is
Peter's is with Gwen.
Yeah.
So, screw Mary Jane.
There was this comic strip where Peter and Mary Jane are talking, and Peter pretty much tells her, like, I love you, but I'll never stop loving Gwen.
And even Spider-Man Blue, which I don't know if you've ever read.
No, I've
but
never read that.
It's by the same creators of the ones who did The Long Halloween for Batman. And Daredevil Yellow, which is also great, and you should probably read that. I have it. I also have Long Halloween. You never read that either?
I've never read either of those.
My God, dude.
You're going to swamp me with comics this week. Let's do it.
I'm going to have to get you up to speed somehow, man.
We will.
I'm going to get you up to speed. Those are some of my favorite books. Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale are the ones who did that, and they did Spider-Man Blue. And it's essentially a retelling of Spider-Man's early days when he was with Gwen Stacy. And the ending is essentially you find out it's a love letter to Gwen Stacy after she's dead. And then Mary Jane kind of like basically finds out and she's like kind of okay with it. Anyway, I just can't wait for Spider-Gwen. I think it's awesome. You just need more diversity.
You just need more Gwen in your life.
I guess so. But yeah, let's go into our game discussion.
Game discussion.
Game discussion. Discussion.
So starting with zombies, how's Dying Light? I mean, have you heard anything about it?
I know it's by Techland, and didn't they do Dead Island?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Apparently it kind of looks like Dead Island, but it's like a million times better.
So I know there's a whole mechanic where at night some of the zombies become like fast zombies, and during the day they're like slow. But I don't know much about it at all. Period.
I just know that it's a parkour horror game, and it's like FPS.
So it's getting mixed reviews, looks like. And I know that there's 4-player co-op, but all 4 people is the same main character.
Oh,
So
that's
it's like
kind of
4 versions of the same guy.
It's kind of annoying.
It's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm not picking it up. I'm gonna pass on it, honestly.
I was gonna wait for it to like pick up a used copy, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Honestly, you do that and you tell me what you think, because me, I'm not hugely excited about it. What I am excited for is, you know what month it is.
Oh yeah.
It's February. You know what's coming out in February? Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah.
Majora's Mask. 2 weeks from
You're
now.
on that.
I am all over that game. I cannot wait for that game. That's coming out in February. The first episode of Revelations 2 is coming out in February. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse.
Oh my god.
What do you think about Xenoverse?
That game looks fucking awesome.
It looks cool, right? I love that they're doing an original storyline.
I have kind of low expectations for it, but that's just me.
Battle of Z wasn't that great.
And also, Raging Blast 2 wasn't that great.
No,
Or
I kind of like the Raging Blast
Ultimate
2.
Tenkaichi.
I like Ultimate Tenkaichi, but Raging Blast 2 is cool. They had a different enemy that I'm not used to really seeing, and they came with that movie. The remaster version of that movie.
Never got to see
Plan
it.
to eradicate all the Saiyans or something.
Well, it wasn't even a movie. It was originally 2 OVA episodes,
Yeah, but then they remastered
only
it.
in Japan.
They reanimated it, I think, and like
Yeah,
turned
and
it into,
revoice
like, a movie.
acted.
Yeah,
And
that's
yeah,
cool.
That was pretty
I
cool.
always appreciate when they do something new, and that's why I'm looking forward to Xenoverse. Not sure if I'm going to pick it up right away. Might have to wait on it a little bit, but I like that you can make your own character,
That's true.
and you can make more than just Saiyans. You can make
Female Majins.
Namekians. You can make a female Saiyan, have her turn Super Saiyan.
Can't
How
make
cool is
female
that?
Namekian.
Now I know that it's
Genderless.
It's sort of based on Dragon Ball Online, and I feel like that there's some elements of Dragon Ball Heroes that deals with cards or something, but it has different characters in it, like Super Saiyan 3 Trunks and adult Gotenks and stuff. So I hope that they bring some of that crazy shit into there, because that was some... I love seeing like stuff that you don't see 1,000 times every time they release a game.
Super Saiyan 3 Trunks just looks really weird without eyebrows.
Doesn't matter. I just want it. I just want all the crazy stuff that I don't see in the show. Because every time they do a new game, it's always the same shit. It's always going to be Saiyan Saga until like the end of the Cell Saga, and maybe the Majin Buu Saga if we're lucky.
And then GT if they want to torture us.
Yeah, they keep doing the same thing over and over again, and that's why I appreciate that they try something new and they have new elements in there.
But I like the GBA Dragon Ball Z games.
Those games are great because
Those
they
are
were like
really
RPGs.
fun. Oh my god,
Those are awesome. So yeah, those are the games that are coming out in February. Definitely looking forward to Majora's Mask. I'm gonna get that day one. That's one of the games I'm definitely getting day one. So I will talk about that as soon as humanly possible and give you my impressions.
Well, that means that you have to buy the new 3DS day one also.
No, I don't, because I'm just gonna play it on my regular 3DS and have a lot of fun.
Oh right, I'm thinking that it's going to be a new 3DS game.
Nope.
I'm forgetting that it's regular 3DS.
It's got some functionality with it, but it's not exclusive.
Also,
Thank you, Nintendo. Not making me pick up a whole new console. There's no reason to pick that up anyway.
The new 3DS? I want it.
Until they come out with like some crazy new Zelda or Smash Brothers, it's only for that.
I mean, I'm still going to get it regardless.
I'll eventually get it, but I'm not chomping at the bit to get it day one. Zelda, though, hell yeah. Gotta pick that shit up. Alright, talk to me about Pokemon.
Pokemon.
You Pokemon master,
Oh my god. So I started playing Pokemon again.
Uh-huh.
I kind of stopped playing Pokemon when Omega Ruby came out, and after I beat it and put like 30 hours into that game, I just kind of put it to the side just because I kind of had every Pokemon that I wanted. Kalos Born, Bred, and whatever. For those of you who don't play Pokemon, Kalos Born is pretty much what allows you to play online. There's a specific online game mode that you can only play with Kalos Born Pokemon. So I have all the ones that I wanted Kalos Born. It was just pretty much like, why continue to play? But now I've been playing it a lot again.
I haven't picked up the new ones yet.
You need to play.
I'll get around to it. I beat Pokemon X. I finally finished it over the course of the summer. Put it to rest.
That took you too long.
It took me too long, but you know what? I've never been able to beat a Pokemon game since Pokemon Silver.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I beat Pokemon Silver twice, and ever since then I haven't been able to do it.
Wow.
They teased Metal Gear Rising 2.
I know. And you fanboyed so hard.
You know what? Hideo Kojima said it's not true. That it
Really?
Yeah, he said it wasn't real. And honestly, I don't believe a damn word he says anyway. Because he denied Metal Gear Solid 5.
That's true.
You know?
And then what happened with Metal Gear Solid 5? True.
Yeah, eventually became true. He announced Silent Hills through a crazy demo and didn't tell anyone about it.
Which was named PT.
Yeah, so he does all this kind of tricky shit. He's like Loki. He's like a human version of Loki. Maybe he is Loki, and he's just a big trickster. So
Who would
I don't
be Thor?
I don't believe a word. Who would be Thor? Shigeru Miyamoto.
That's a good choice.
He would be Thor. Anyway, I don't believe a word he says. Could be either way at this point. It's just a number 2. But I would love it if they released it and if they announced it and if it was coming out, because I love the original Rising and I want more revengeance. I want to get re-revenged.
Re-revengeance?
Yeah.
Like a re-release?
Re-revengerance is...
And if it's called Re-revengeance, that shit better be on PS4 and come with revengeance.
I'm with it.
That shit would be awesome.
Did you hear about Sega downsizing?
Yeah. That was kind of a shock. Well, okay, I can't say it was totally a shock because Sonic Boom fucking failed.
Fucking Sonic Boom, man.
That game, I've read critics saying that Sonic Boom is worse than Sonic 06.
Sonic 06 was pretty awful.
Yeah.
Gonna be real.
But Sonic Boom fucking took the cake.
Yeah. Apparently, Sega's downsizing. They're letting go a lot of people. They're moving locations, and they're going to focus on digital and PC releases. So they're not going to really come out with any more console games, apparently, which is crazy. They might be licensing out Sonic as a character and as a franchise.
They'll probably give it to Nintendo.
That's what they should do. I was going to bring that up. I would love to see Nintendo take control of Sonic.
I want Shigeru Miyamoto to make a Sonic game.
You know what? It's making my fanboy senses tingle thinking about Nintendo being in charge of a Sonic game.
Shigeru Miyamoto will do wonders with that franchise.
Stop licensing Sonic to people who don't know what they're doing, like the Sonic Boom team, and give it to Nintendo and make assloads of money.
And be an amazing game at that.
Give him an R-Wing and just put him on Star Fox team.
No, that's what Tails is going to be driving, an R-Wing.
Put Tails on Star Fox, yeah.
What if
Tails
the new
Fox.
Star Fox game has Tails in it?
He could be Fox's younger cousin.
He'll be Fox's
hey,
evil
Miles,
twin.
what you been up to, Miles?
So his name is Tails McCloud?
Tails?
Miles McCloud?
It turns out he was adopted. And that's why he's got a different last name from McCloud. Then he rediscovers that Fox. Oh my god, we're writing fan fiction. We should close the show.
That just came out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
Alright. Well, guys, if you have any questions or stuff that you want us to contact us, where can you get us, Stan?
You can contact us at supernerdpals@gmail. Send us your questions. Send us any comments or topics you want us to cover. We will gladly do it, and we'll give you a shout-out right here on the air.
You can also get us at Twitter, which is at supernerdpals.
Tweet at us the same shit as before. Just don't change. Every week it's going to be the same. Please tweet us. Follow us on Twitter. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week. See you later.
Later.